what else do we got?
Ashton Colors writes, my question for y'all is what you think the chances are of an Incredibles sequel in 2015. While The Incredibles might not be the greatest movie, it was definitely enjoyable regardless of your age and was a good superhero movie in its own right. With so many sequels coming from lower pedigree franchises and Pixar announcing plans for Finding Dory after already releasing Monsters University and a Toy Story 3, how likely do you think it is that they'll try to find in the family-friendly category for 2015?
Well, I mean, let's get one thing pretty much straight. Everything that Pixar does is family friendly.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite. I love that term, by the way, family friendly. See, the difference between Pixar and other animation studios is other animation studios make kid films. Pixar makes good films that are kid friendly. Because, we're talking about The Incredibles. One of my favorite things about The Incredibles, and I think we've actually talked about this before, is that when you watch The Incredibles, there is no way they wrote that film with kids in mind.
No.
You're talking about guys in the latter part of middle age who is, yearning for the glory days of his youth, facing issues of having kids and a family and how to balance all that. But that wasn't written for a 7-year-old.
No.
It was just written as a great movie that also happens to be friendly for kids. And therein lies the genius of a lot of what Pixar does. We've talked several times about and I've lamented and moaned and complained and whined and cried myself to sleep, asking, shaking my fists to the heavens, why is there not an Incredibles 2?
Yeah.
Why is there a Cars 2, for heaven's sakes, but no Incredibles 2? Why is there a Monsters University? Which, by the way, I liked Monster University, by the way.
I was going to say,
I
whoa,
liked it quite
whoa,
a bit. But how do you have a Monsters University and no Incredibles 2? I just don't understand that. As far as I know, there are still no plans to make Incredibles 2, which, ironically enough, I still believe, out of all the Pixar films, is the one most set up to have sequels. Like, more than Toy Story. Not that it would be better than Toy Story, but more than Toy Story, more than Ratatouille, more than Monsters, definitely more than Cars. The Invincibles. The Incredibles, it was a film that is completely set up and begging to have a sequel. There's so many things you can do with that, so many directions you can go. But they just seem to be really tied to Brad Bird, the brilliant director, of course, who did the first one. Then he did the last Mission Impossible film. He's working on another great film right now for Disney, another live-action film. But they just don't want to move without him. And I'm sorry. Normally I'd say that's a good thing, but Pixar is littered with gifted, brilliant storytellers, littered with them. So you could move ahead with it. And by the way, you're asking, hey, could they introduce something like that in 2015? You kind of answered your own question when you brought up Finding Dory, because Finding Dory is Pixar's big offering for 2015. So they do have that coming. So I'm with you, man. I want an Incredibles 2 so badly. I will continue to sing this Hallelujah chorus from this pulpit of ours until the day they finally give it to us. So people at Pixar, please listen. Nobody from Pixar is watching this, but please listen.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.